Hello mga kabibi! Isa na namang magandang umaga mula dito sa Cavite. Cavite o Manila na ba to? Ayan, nakapila na tayo ngayon paakyat ng naiyak. Traffic na kasi 6:30 na ako umalis ng bahay. Not as heavy yung traffic but ayan, aabot naman tayo sa office ng 8 o'clock. Okay. So today is my second day this week. So nasa office rin ako kahapon and I'll be in the office again one more time this week. Ito na yata yung pinakamarami kong on-site work. Well, yeah, next week ganun din yung schedule ko. So 3 times a week in the office about attending meetings and a whole bunch of other things. But anyway, so today will be eventful. Kaya naisip ko mag-vlog. Yeah, ako lang ulit. Ako lang. Baka nami-miss nyo na si Jerel. So, busy pa siya on his stuff. But, you'll see him in the next videos. Sa ngayon, ako na muna. And, yung last vlog ko nga, so sabi ko, traumatic experience yung nalobat yung aking mic. Hindi ko kasi siya na-charge the night before. So, ayan. Balik tayo sa manual wired na mic. Hiniram ko muna to kay Fons. Kailan si Fons? Hindi. So, I've been using this mic since 2021 nung nag-start ako ng YouTube channel before. It's called Realizations if you want to visit that page. So, the channel is still live. Live as in buhay. Alive pala. So, the channel is alive. But, ilang linggo ko lang yung nagawa before eh. Pero ikwento ko sa future. But that's how I started vlogging. So, meron na akong kaunting idea kung paano. Meron na sigurong 10,000 views yung ano na yun. Pero hindi na kasi siya relevant ngayon. Kaya, and iba yung audience ko at the time. Check it out. I'll include the link. But today, sabi ko nga, eventful itong araw na ito. And kanina, while preparing for work, I wrote down 7 things that I'd like to share with you today. So, 7 things. So, these are my tips on working with clients face-to-face. So, this is with clients or foreign visitors or let's see kung saan nyo pa ma-apply. But actually, pwede rin to online eh. Kung if nami-meet nyo sila online lang, like most of us, most of the people, then baka may ma-pick up ka na 1 or 2 things. Okay. But without further ado, let's start. 7 things. So, una is to know their personality. Sabi ka dun sa previous ko na video, yung first day ko nga dito sa BPO company is meron na agad client. So, medyo imposible itong part na to know their personality kung ito yung first time mo silang mamimit. But then, yung bisita ko from last week na meet ko naman na siya on a couple of Teams meeting or online meeting. Kaya medyo may idea na rin ako. But, what I'm saying is that most people would like a quick chat. So, be prepared to answer the question, how are you? How was your weekend? So, mga ganong chika. So, ano sabi ko, quick chat. So, quick chat or small talk. So, hindi ka mas small talk. Medyo may hirapan ka dito. Pero dun din naman ako nag-start. I mentioned in the previous video that I'm an introvert. Pero pag may mga ganitong pagkakataon or opportunities or scenarios, wala eh. Kailangan mong lumabas minsan at at buhayin ang kung anumang extrovertedness na meron ka. Or confidence. Confidence na lang. So, kailangan maging confident to face them. And yun nga, kailangan mo rin kasi sumagot eh. So, kumbaga, hindi ka man mag-prepare ng questions for them or quick chika, kailangan mo sumagot. Kasi syempre, ang weird naman kung i-leave mo sila hanging. Or ibalik mo lang yung question. If they ask you, how are you? Then, you could say, I'm good. How are you? How about you? So, something like that. Pero yun nga, whenever I'm onboarding new people na walang experience with Australia or foreigners, yun yung sinasabi ko na kung imi-meet mo sila like on a Monday or Tuesday, be prepared to answer how was your weekend. Or as it approaches the end of the week, ask them what's their plan for the weekend. Ganun lang. So at least it gives you that conversation piece. But, sabi ko nga diba, ang point talaga nung first tip is to know their personality. Because there are also some who just like to get down straight to business. So, ayaw nila ng small talk. So, wag mo na silang kulitin, di ba? So, hindi nakakatuwa. So find the right balance. Okay, next is, as you get to know them, take note. Make a mental note of their likes and dislikes or family or milestones, and use this to check in with them next time. So for example, if they've been in the Philippines before, so check in, saan na sila nakapunta, what have they tried doing, what food they like to eat, family, if may anak sila, is it the first time that they've been away for this long, or do they plan on coming back again, bringing their kids with them? So things like that. Diba? So kailangan talaga ng patibayan ng memorya sa trabahong ito. Okay. Pangatlo, sabi ko nga dun sa previous vlog, winelcome namin yung client. So my tip of advice, redundant ba yun? Anyway, isa pang tip is to dress formally or at least smart casual on your first day. Kasi diba, na-meet ko siya sa online and syempre nasa office naman siya when taking the call. So usually naka-office work. But if hindi mo sure kung paano yung pormahan niya, a little formal would do, or smart casual. Ayan, naiyak na tayo kaya sa loko ang araw. Okay. And as you meet the person, doon ka na lang din mag-adjust. Kung masyado ka bang formal, then the next time you meet her or him, adjust mo konti. Kasi yung iba, when visiting the Philippines, naka-polo shirt lang sila. Naka-polo shirt lang kasi alam na mainit sa Pilipinas, or they wear light. So kung formal ka, naka-long sleeves ka pa, parang magmumukha ikaw yung boss, charot. So ayun, di ba? Bagayan mo lang din. Kasi most of the time kayo magkausap, or kung lalabas kayo, especially kung kakain kayo or whatnot. So ayun. And sabi ko kanina, so pwede mo rin itong magamit kung mamimit mo sila online. So dress the part. Or kung pupunta ka sa kanila, di ba? So it goes both ways. So papunta sa kliyente, for example, nangyari to sa akin, so kaya i-share ko na lang din. With one of my clients before, casual yung wear nila. So kahit mag-denim ka and then, wag naman t-shirt. Actually, pwede nga mag-t-shirt. Especially on a Friday, so they're flexible on a Friday. But then, meron din ako isang client na kahit Friday, nakakurbata sila. So masyadong formal. So buti na lang, nung bumisita ako sa kanila that time, meron naman ako laging black pants. Sabi ko nga, di ba, usually black yung office wear ko. So napag-ubra ko naman na mag-formal-formalan everyday. And buti may dala rin akong leather shoes that time. Nakaka-pressure. Kasi dun sa dati kong client, pwedeng sneakers. Okay, so that's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is from what I experienced. Merong mga kliyente or mga tao na nag-greet with a hug. So, ayun. As in, hugger sila. So, that's sweet. As in, kahit first time mo silang ma-meet, i-hug ka nila. First time ma-meet online. Parang ang weird pala nung first time ka ma-meet, tapos i-hug ka. So, first time ka ma-meet face-to-face, kasi na-meet ka na online before, some of them are huggers. So, ayun, wag ka lang magugulat ng bongga. Or sana wag ka ma-off unless hindi ka talaga hugger. Parang si Sheldon Cooper. Talagang maaano eh. Pero yun, of course, let them initiate it. If they reach out, so yun yung balak nilang gawin. I haven't experienced anyone in Australia and New Zealand na bumibeso. So parang wala naman nun. Hug lang talaga. And hindi naman siya yung deep na hug, but yung may konting tap on the back na hug. Ganun. Okay. So ayun, just don't initiate kasi out of respect. Ganyan. Parang mas okay nga yun eh, kaysa mag-handshake. So parang mas ano yun kaysa handshake sa na-experience ko so far. Okay, so that's tip number 4. Tip number 5 is, don't be shy or afraid to ask them to repeat what they said. Okay? Kasi ganun din sila sa'yo eh. Because like tayo, hindi naman English yung ating first language. So kahit na feeling mo okay ka mag-English, and okay ka naman mag-English, pero there are differences in accent, di ba, minsan. Kaya nahihirapan silang intindihin tayo, and vice versa, of course. Especially ako, na ang kliyente ko is mostly in Australia and New Zealand, and British English nga yung gamit nila, and with the slang and accent. So, ayan. So, don't be afraid to say, can you say that again, please? Or ano pa ba? Sorry. Minsan, kahit sorry lang, okay na yun eh. Sorry na may question mark sa dulo. Or pardon your favorite. Or I beg your pardon. So, usually ganun. So, hindi naman ako nagsaslang-slangan. Kasi nga, 11 years ko nang kausap yung mga taga-Australia. So, hindi ko rin napansin na eventually na-pick up ko yung accent nila. Pero may nagsabi nga sa akin na boss nun minsan, I sound Aussie. Charot. Ayan. So, yun yung isa kong tip. And, speak slowly na lang siguro if the accent difference is too strong. So, bagalan mo na lang kasi sila, babagalan din nila. Okay. Speaking about language, so ang tip number 6 ay, when you're in a group or when you're talking to someone, refrain or wag na lang. So, do not speak in your local language when your client is around. Kasi syempre, di ba, hindi mo masabi kung anong mararamdaman niya. Baka akala niya siya yung pinag-uusapan or something. So, wag na lang natin yung gawin. Okay, so that's bad. Next is, the final tip na pala to, ang bilis. So, ayun, number 7. Number 7, if you're planning tours or meals with them, let them know in advance so they can plan their calendar. Siyempre, may mga kausap pa rin sila from their local country, may mga meetings with other business people. So, it's good na ma-schedule nila yung calendar nila ahead of time. And let them know what to expect. Which is similar to what I'm in the office today for. Yung event today kasi, dadali namin si client sa Intramuros. So, pupunta kami sa Intramuros for a quick tour. Actually, buti na tanong ko yung organizer namin kasi 4 hours pala yung tour. So, that's the usual timing. Siguro kasi nga magkakalesa, tapos siguro may lakad-lakad din. Pero we requested to have the tour cut down to 2 hours. So, hatiin na lang. Kasi medyo nagka-problem din kami sa scheduling. So, we thought 9 a.m. kami aalis. But 9 pala dapat nandun na. Ganun na nga. May meeting si client. So, adjust namin. So, instead of rescheduling the whole thing, ayun na naman si Haring Araw. Instead na i-reschedule yung whole thing, mag-move na lang kami or ile-let go namin yung first hour or 2 nung tour. So, depende na lang din siguro sa biyahe from Makati to Intramuros. Ayan. And it's my first time touring Intramuros. So, para sa akin pala itong trip na to. So, i-enjoy ko na lang din siya. So, sana hindi masyadong traffic and makabalik din kami agad later on. Although, abutan na ata kami ng lunchtime doon. But, I'm not sure how it looks like doon sa touristy part ng Intramuros kasi nga I've never been there. Jerel and I discussed before na gusto namin mag-bike around the area. But, pinag-usapan kasi namin yun, maulan eh. Tapos hindi na namin na-reschedule ulit. But that's still in the plan. So, i-share ko na lang sa kanya kung ano yung tsura sa Intramuros pala, doon sa loob. Tapos baka ma-inspire na kami to go and proceed with that biking plan. Kasi I know you can rent bamboo bikes eh. Pero dati pa yun, hindi ko lang sure kung may ganun pa rin yan. Baka naman. But that is how my day will look like. Time check is 7:35, so I've been driving for 1 hour. Nandito tayo sa Naiyak, papunta ng Skyway. And I guess that's it. I'll see you guys later for updates. Hello mga kabibi, it's me again. Nakarating na tayo sa office kanina. Bali pa uwi na ako ngayon. Time check, it's 4:30. Medyo late na, so tingnan natin kung ano oras ako makauwi. Okay. Ayun, di ba? 7 tips. So, do you agree with the tips? Do you have anything to add? Alam mo na, comment down below. And mag-subscribe ka na din kung hindi ka pa nakasubscribe dito sa aking channel. So, currently, pa-right ako ng EDSA para makauwi. So, usually umikot ako papuntang Dusit or Nais, pabalik ng Cavite. Akyat ng Skyway, then balik ng Cavite. Pero ayan, so ano nangyari today? Around 10:30 a.m., so we went to Manila Cathedral. So, doon pala yung pick-up point ng mga kutsero. Kasi di ba nagkalesa kami, puntang Intramuros. So, the tour went on a little over 2 hours. So, sabi ko kanina, di ba, 2 hours yung tinawad namin sa tour guide. And okay naman. Kasi, hawak mo din 3 oras eh. Kung gusto mong tumigil sa mga stops na sabihin ni Kuya or, wag na, let's go to the next, ano tawag doon? Spot. Pero ako, I would suggest na pag may point, in case gagawin nyo yung tour, pag may point si kuya na sinabi na pwede kayong bumaba to explore, take that chance. Kasi andun ka na rin lang sa tour and game na game din naman yung kliyente namin. So take that chance para makita nyo yung lugar, plus para makapag-break din si Horsey, diba? Later ko na lang yung na-realize na parang una, nagmamadali kami, so mas okay na wag na. Pero pag nandun ka na sa place, pag naglakad-lakad ka na, nakita mo na yung actual na attraction, okay, buti pala tumuloy kami. Diba? So, huwag niyo akong gayahin. Pag may opportunity, bumaba lang kayo. But 10:30 is too hot. So, sobrang init na kasi inabot na kami ng 12 dun sa ibang part and grabe, as in grabe. Pero buti kumukulimlim naman on some parts. But overall, it was good. So, na-enjoy naman namin. And pagbalik sa office, sa building, nag-lunch muna kami ng client bago bumalik sa actual na office, pang work sa hapon. So, we booked a Grab car going to the venue and pabalik para hindi na hassle sa parking. But yun nga, medyo traffic na rin. But anyway, kikwento ko na lang ba to? Imagine ninyo na lang. Imagine ninyo na lang ba? Ayun. So, I took some clips dun sa tour kanina and I'll share it with you. So, check this out. Bye-bye, Coco. Bye-bye, Kuya. Thank you po. Ayan, nakita nyo na. So, yun, would I recommend it? Definitely, yes. I personally don't know kung magkano yung ibinayad namin kay Kuya Tour Guide, but I noticed na may rates posted within the area. Actually, isa lang yung nakita ko na tarp. But nakalagay doon kung ano yung standard fees, price, depende kung gaano kayo kadami. Kasi, like yung sinakyan namin kanina, sabi ni Kuya, it can sit up to 6 guests daw. And dun sa nakapaskil na rates, nakalagay doon kung ilang kilos. So, halimbawa, 6 yata is 250 to 300 kilos na guest. So, yun yung kaya. Ayun. Buti na lang yung malaki-laki napunta sa amin, kahit na 4 lang kami. But definitely, so thank you kay Kuya RJ and kay Coco the Ferrari. So, ayun, may pangalan si Horsey. Siya daw ay si Coco and 5 years old na siya. Ayun, pati si client, so natuwa din siya sa tour. Fairness kay Kuya, magaling mag-English si Kuya RJ. So, na-explain niya ng maayos yung mga lugar. So, sanay na sanay ang Kuya. Nakakatuwa kasi, alam mo yung hindi mo alam na may ganun pala. Or ako lang ba yun? Sorry. Hindi kasi ako ganun kahilig sa history ng araw. And, na-appreciate ko yung lugar kasi pinanood ko yung Pulang Araw recently. So, yung isang kasama ko, sabi niya, nanonood ba kayo ng Pulang Araw? Parang dun kinulong si Alden, sabi niya ganun. Na naglalakad kami sa Fort Santiago. So, yun, mas nagkaroon ng meaning yung place for me. Sorry na, kasi hindi naman ako ganun na kinig nung estudyante. Pero, yun. Yun yung isang favorite na part, yung naglakad-lakad kami sa Fort Santiago. Kasi, yun nga, Pulang Araw feel. Sabi ko pa, ay, dito sila tumakas. Yung pinagbabaril sila. Pero, yun yung isa. And then, yung pangalawa is yung nakita namin yung taas ng Baluarte de San Diego. Parang maze na stone fort kung tawagin. Yung una, hindi pa namin gustong pumaba or parang tinatamad kami. Pero nakita kasi namin may bayad. So, merong ilang attractions na free and then merong like ito, tsaka Fort Santiago. Ano lang naman siya? Parang 50 pesos for students and then 75 for other guests. So, doon kami pumasok sa 75. Tinuloy namin and hindi naman kami nagsisi. So, maganda dun sa Stone Fort nga, sa Baluarte. Kasi kita mo din yung overseeing yung golf area, yung other side. Yun, nag-tour kami. And then, nakwento ni Kuya kung bakit Intramuros yung tawag. Ang daming nadaanan na schools. Kaya sabi niya nga, in the past, gusto daw ng mga Espanyol na nasa Intramuros lahat ng schools. So, nadaanan namin yung original lupa or kinatatayuan ng Adamson, Ateneo, UST, even UST. So, sayang, hindi ko nakuha na ng maayos yung red building na dati daw UST. Ayun. Nakalagay din naman yung mga marker na this was former University of Santo Tomas, Universidad something. So, nakakatuwa na may mga ganong signages. Hindi mo na siya makukuhanan lagi kasi nga, hindi naman talaga tinitigilan bawat stop. So, kalesa lang. And then, may certain spots or certain stops na itigil si Pinoy Ferrari. Tapos sasabihin ni Kuya, pwede mag-explore kung may bayad or wala. Yan. Okidoki. Dami pa rin namang school na nandoon. So, andun pala yung PLM, nandun pala yung Letran. Para ako, dito pala tumakto. So, nakakatawa na makita. Tapos, kasi alam ko, nandun yung Lyceum and Mapua. Pero yung ibang schools pala is doon din sa looban. Ayun lamang po. Maraming salamat. Ayan, medyo may build up na ng traffic kasi nga 4 na ako umalis sa office. May binili pa kasi ako kaya 4:30 na nakalabas ng parking. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you picked up a few things. And in fairness yung 7 tips na sinabi ko kanina, na-apply ko siya habang kasama yung client namin today. Medyo challenging i-apply yung tip na huwag mag-Tagalog kasi like nung nasa kotse kami kanina. May mga pinag-uusapan pa rin ako may pinag-uusapan pa rin kami nung kasama ko. Pero at the time naman, may kausap si client sa telepono. So may kausap siya sa phone, kaya hindi niya rin siguro sana napansin. Or if if napansin niya, sana hindi niya na-found it as rude. Sorry. Pero yun, again, so I'll be back to the office once more this week. And the fun part is that saktong coding si Cherry. So again, Cherry is itong kotse. And number coding sa Pinas, alam niyo naman. May window hours, but sa Makati, wala kasing window. So ang coding sa Makati is from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So it's exciting, di ba? Full 12 hours akong nasa Makati sa susunod ko na pagpasok. And syempre, alam niyo na, it's another vlog opportunity. So kung gusto niyo mapanood, definitely subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell para malaman mo once that content is posted. O siya, maraming salamat sa panonood. Muli, this has been Rhea, one half of the Lizadas. And hope to see you in the next video wherein I will take you around a day in the life in Makati habang coding. Okay, again, thank you. Bye-bye. See you again.